life in a world that keeps changing. Think that it's progress you're making. Copy and paste pretty faces all the time. Pictures so perfect we play through, only cause you set up the angle. Web that you weave got us tangled, caught in what's before our eyes. Show off your fantasy reality, whoa, that's yours, but I'll keep doing mine. You'll be living your good life, catch a glimpse from the outside, then you see me now, see me now, see now. Don't need any timeline to prove that this is my life. I can see it now, see it now, see now. You'll be living your good life, catch a glimpse of the outside, then.
Hi. When you came in, all I could see were the sunglasses on the hair. Like, is that a wig? No, that's her hair.
No, that's all me.
Hi, Grinder. How you doing?
Figured I'd pop up and say hi. I wasn't available for the earlier shows.
That's okay. I was basically by myself the last show. I mean, Myrtle was in there, but she couldn't be on the table. So
I was meeting strangers off the internet.
say that again.
I was meeting strangers off the internet.
Was it good?
Mm-hmm.
I figured.
I got to rub up on Sisu, watch him eat an ice cream cone.
It sounds like fun.
Brought part of him home with me because he was in the back of my car. So
Yeah. Floof. How are your other fur babies handling it?
they don't go
care?
in the car.
Oh.
I
figured they smell them on you.
No, I go around a lot of other animals, so they're kind of used to
I'm hungry.
mom smelling like other animals.
All of a sudden I realized I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
Bourbon chicken with fried rice.
Ooh, that's a favorite. I like sesame
Normally I
seed
get
chicken,
sweet and
too.
sour, but I'm just eating Billy's leftovers.
I like sesame seed chicken.
I usually stick to the same old, same old.
Hubby usually gets sweet and sour chicken because he doesn't put the sweet and sour on it. He eats it because they're the original chicken nuggets. And he gets fried dumplings.
Ooh.
And I don't, you never know what I'm going to get. I might get some lo mein. I might get
That's how
some
Billy
is. Sometimes I'll get sweet and sour chicken, but I pour the sweet and sour sauce all over it because I like it. Hi, Claire.
Hello,
And I always
Claire.
get at least 1 or 2 egg rolls because I love them. Even
I
if
like
they're
the
just
crab
vegetables. I love them. It's one of my favorite thing in the Vietnamese restaurants are the spring rolls, which are rice paper wrapped raw vegetables that are all, and you eat it like an egg roll. God, I love those. I could just sit and eat those for dinner. Just the vegetables.
In the winter, I get wonton soup.
I have to be careful with the soups from the Chinese places because a lot of them have a lot too much egg in them.
I've never had the egg drop soup. I don't know exactly what they put in the wonton soup.
It's chicken broth and wontons. That's all it
I don't know. It's yummy. I likes it.
is.
Some places are stingy about giving you
You know
the
what?
crunchies
I
to
haven't
put
had
in
for
it.
a long time is Italian wedding soup. That sounds good.
They sell it in a can at the grocery store, but
No,
it's probably
I'm sure
nowhere
that's not
near
even
as good.
close to normal. That made me go, ooh, crinkle my nose. I don't think I didn't even know they sold it in the grocery stores. I like the little meatballs. They're a pain in the ass to make. But I love them.
Everything in the grocery store.
Italian wedding soup was one of those soups that sold out when I worked in the coffee houses. It sold out like right away. African peanut soup would sell out before we opened. People would be calling in and placing orders. It would sell out
Dang.
before we even opened. We only did it once a week. We would try to stock more, and there was more people.
They really like that soup.
African peanut soup is really good. It's like chicken noodle soup with tomatoes, and then you add a spoonful of peanut butter to it. It's really good.
It just sounds weird.
Yeah. I make mine like dumplings, like little teeny dumplings. I pinch them. They almost look like rice. And then there's chicken pepper kosh, which is lots of paprika. Now I'm more hungry. I should have started talking about food. Too bad. That's where it went.
Yep.
I didn't do any.
We
I
have-
didn't talk about food at all today in any of the other shows. So y'all are gonna get it. The food talk. Kids are going back to school in a couple weeks.
I know.
So mine are all the enrollment is online this year. And even if you went in, they sat you down on a computer and you had to do it online. I think they're trying to go paper free as much as possible.
If they've got a good cybersecurity system, that's possible,
I'm sure they do. We're right up. We got all the NASA people and the Harrison people and the Lockheed Martin people in this area.
They didn't have a very good one at work.
I set up the one in my
Apparently,
school.
Somebody sent an email
Hi,
to
Chrissy.
HR with the first and last name of an employee, but
Mhm.
a different ending email address, and requesting that their paycheck be deposited into a new bank account. Employee gets his check stub, checks his account. He's like, my check's not in here. You got paid. We put it in the new account that you asked us to. What new account?
That's a screw you if I ever heard one.
Well, they didn't open the whole email address. If they had looked at the whole heading for the email
Right.
address, they would have realized that it was fake. Because it wasn't any of the normal Gmail, Yahoo, whatever everybody's using these days.
Gmail. I'm a Gmail girl. All the kids got a Gmail the day they were born. So it's their name.
The kids have them. I'll give them access to it when they're,
Yeah, we send stuff to theirs sometimes, like pictures and stuff. And hubby looks at them like he's got a timer for every so many months. He goes and looks at them and makes sure they don't get shut down for not being active.
Well, all of the kids' Nintendo stuff is linked to their emails, and I'll give them their emails when they're older, when they start doing job hunting and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Until you're over the age of 18, if you create a new email address that is not this one, you're not going to like me if you do. When you turn 18, it is yours. You can change the password. You can boot the mom off. You can do all of that stuff. But
Well, you can also have a parental guardian on that account if they need to start using it like when they're 14 or 15. Because I looked into that too. You see everything that goes through their email, and you can lock them out of it.
I was going to say, I've got it in my email on my phone. All of the logins.
Yep.
If they change the password and boot me out, they're not going to like me.
Every time hubby goes and looks at one of the kids' emails, it sends me a notification. Somebody is so and so just looked at their email. I'm like, yeah.
They don't like it that mom gets emails for everything that they do. They've got Kindle tablets, and if they download free program or apps to it, I get an email.
Oh yeah. I get an email if anything's bought on the internet on my Kindle on the Kindles. You know, with as many Kindles as we have bought, we could have bought our oldest son a car if he was driving. That's how many Kindles we go through. They smash the shit out of them. That's why I won't buy anything else, because the Kindles are the cheapest thing out there.
Right.
That works for us. Which is cool because we have a lot of we have like certain things I can't get on media, like Elmo's Christmas Countdown. I had to buy that for Esme.
You'd think with the amount of kids that use tablets,
Mm-hmm.
like your children do, they would have some available, for working class families that can withstand,
Well, yeah, it's like the what they call the farmer's phone or the trucker's phone. It's a flip phone. It's just like the old flip phones. It dials. You can dial numbers.
Well,
you can't really do anything
for the
else.
tablets,
And it has like this thing on it that plastic. It looks like a little grenade. It's so reinforced, and a lot of military people use them too. So
I know years ago, one of my little buddies, his name was Aiden. He was born with all of the growth plates in his head fused together.
mm-hmm.
Because of how young he was. He passed away when he was like 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
They had no clue cognitively how developed he was because he was nonverbal. But he was getting really, really good with his tablet, and they had a lot of programs, where they were teaching him apple and banana, like so he could,
I tried that
communicate
with my
his parents.
kids. Neither one of them will do it. It's not that they can't; it's they won't.
Because it's not the way they want to do it.
Irritating. They just want to watch their Blue's Clues and Dora
But
the
those
Explorer.
tablets are so useful for kids that don't communicate, like my kids.
Some kids really do use them. I've seen it. I've seen kids use them.
They just need to make them more durable.
Yeah.
Well, not everybody can afford, to replace them every 4 to 6 months.
Try every month. Sometimes.
I'm trying to do an average number.
Especially now that mine are older and they toss stuff when they don't want it anymore. They just. What? Why? Where did you learn that? Why are you doing that?
Mine were bought as the kids Kindle because it's just a Kindle Fire on the inside, so it's got that squishy.
Yeah,
padded.
We got a couple of those squishy things. No, my kids would not abide. No, they hated it. They ripped it into pieces.
Oh no.
We have a bumper on it that's clear plastic that usually stays on, but the girl child, she likes taking stuff apart. She takes the whole thing apart sometimes, the whole Kindle, like tears the insides out.
Oh.
It's like, dude, I couldn't even do that to replace the screen. So
they've
with
got
tools.
It weird for you to be able to replace, your own screen. You need heat pads and all sorts of other weird shit.
Mm-hmm. And I have all the tools because I used to do that for our phones and tablets and stuff. But now with the glue they use, it's almost impossible to get those damn things off. And I don't have a heat, like industrial heat
Plate, I think is what they call it. I don't know.
No, the air one. It looks like a blow dryer, but it's
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like a blow dryer. Yeah.
only very hot. Hurt you hot. Don't use it like a blow dryer. It would be bad.
I contact the professionals when I need a screen replaced.
It usually costs more than buying a new one because we get refurbished ones for like $40 to $50.
One of the kids' school laptops, they set it on the ground, had it piled under a bunch of blankets. I walked through the house and heard crunch, and I'm like, fuck.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Jelly Bean.
So, I took it to the computer man, and he didn't charge me an arm and a leg. It was still cheaper than buying a new one. So,
Jelly Bean. Grinder might want to buy your light if it's still for sale.
mwah. I brought bits of Sisu home with me. They'll probably be in my car forever.
Probably. They shed like crazy.
He was not a happy camper because car trips usually mean going home. And he got in my car a couple of times and he's like, fuck this. Why am I not going home? I want to go home.
Switch light. Sorry. I thought it. I just didn't speak. Pardon me. I did not feel like doing makeup today, so Chrissy and I sat up here and talked about our kids and being special needs. And I played Minecraft and lost track of time because I'm trying to fill in all this water crap that's in my way. You did makeup today. Woo woo. Post a picture.
She did do makeup. She looked pretty. She duetted my promo video. Ta-da!
Oh. Yeah, that's what Mama Chris said. Well, it's like sometimes it's not my youngest fault. Sometimes it's my oldest who does it and messes up my youngest stuff, which I feel bad about. But the youngest throws fits, and that drives me crazy. Oh, it's the end of the world. You ruined my life. Blah 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 blah.
Like my kids with 4 days without internet.
It's like you will get the ham for sandwiches tomorrow.
Yeah,
So
we don't need any of your ham.
That's why he wanted the sandwich, and we didn't have the stuff to make that type of sandwich.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my God! The spit, it's like you ruined my life. All
You ruined my life. That's his thing. You ruined my life. Oh my God! Wherever he picked that up, he needs to put it back.
You need to get one of them Amazon buttons.
I have a whole bunch of those. I'm going to try to program for
that you can record your own sound on.
Mm-hmm.
And for the time being, have it be, it's the end of the world as we know it.
Hey, Myrtle.
And then you just, when he starts doing his thing.
Well, and then he yells. And I'm on the other side of the room or other side of the house, and I yell back sometimes. Or I say, I need you to turn the TV down, and I yell it so he can hear me because he turns the TV up so freaking loud. And he says, stop yelling at me. You want to hear yelling. It's about to happen. I never get nothing.
It's like they can't comprehend the volume of their own voice.
Well, sometimes I wonder sometimes. And he doesn't think I can, his dad can't hear well. Hubby doesn't hear well. And sometimes he doesn't hear it.
What?
And I'll be in the room and I'm like, you need to stop that right now. And he'll be like, oh, sorry. And you can tell it's like, damn it, she could hear me.
Busted.
Double negatives, yeah.
Sisu. Sisu cuddles.
Is he as sweet as he seems?
He is very sweet, but he's not one of those dogs that has to have attention from everybody. He kind of picks and chooses.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Oh, that's cool.
like he was content to lay by my feet and get scratches, but he wasn't really, you know, cuddly dog.
That's actually really good. Because
He
that
is.
can get really out of hand.
But every
Was
time
he as
Rabbit
soft
stands up,
as he looks? He's a soft puppy.
He is a soft puppy.
He's fluffy.
Got a couple pictures with him. I posted a little slideshow thing.
Cool.
Didn't realize it was going to be a slideshow thing on TikTok. It's where you got to actually swipe through the photos. I thought it was just going to.
Oh. Changing stuff, huh?
They did. Because it used to be when I upload multiple pictures, they would just kind of zoom in.
And play some kind of music.
Yeah.
I need a sandwich or something.
A ham sandwich?
I don't want a ham sandwich.
How much of that lunch meat do you still have from the college kids?
Oh, we ate most of it. That's basically what hubby and I ate for a couple weeks. The pastrami's still in the freezer. I don't think we're going to eat it. And there was cotty salami, my Oscar Mayer. And our freezer ate it. Can't find it.
Oh, no. I told you got to feed the freezer more often. It starts picking and choosing what it wants to eat.
I told hubby we need to eat down the deep freeze. So we need to pay attention to what's in there.
I keep trying to do that, and then my husband goes to food giveaways. Some people go to auctions, some people go to thrift stores. My husband goes to food giveaways. Makes him happy.
Yeah.
And then he gets little stuffed animals that he puts on his dash. And
I don't usually post pictures very often. Every now and again. Like the one where I went from this. How did I get from this to this? And I have a picture of me at like 17 and then a picture of me now. You know? Your husband sounds like my mother.
Very mellow. Once we got back to the house, he just laid next to my feet, and unless Rabbit stood up and walked around, he just content to lay by my feet. He's very chill.
Because you know, famous people aren't always what we think. Yeah, I need to empty mine and defrost it.
We did some walking around, found some Pokestops, saw a whole family of ducks walking. We stayed on our side of the park while the ducks were walking because we told Sisu he could not have fresh duck dinner for dinner.
No eating the ducks.
And then we had ice cream. He really likes vanilla ice cream cones.
I try to do at least one video of my makeup looks, but it doesn't always happen. Like this week, it didn't happen. I didn't feel it. She has freezers full of food that she doesn't cook or eat. It's just there, but she goes all over and collects more free food. And it's just her and Dad. No one else lives there, and they go out to eat a lot. Because it's the way they were brought up.
Yeah.
because they were raised
well-stocked
by people in the
freezers and
Depression.
pantries and refrigerator, like everything you're ever going to need. And Jelly Bean, come get this.
My mom used to do that, but she doesn't as much as she's getting older. She doesn't do that as much as she used to. Like buy lots of extra stuff for the pantry and then go, I have too much stuff. Come and take it. Okay.
I try to keep the stuff that we always use a lot of stocked. And then if I use a can, I'll just throw one more on the list.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the kids adding to the list. They're finally, because
Well,
they'll
that's
wait
good.
until I come. Well, they'll wait till I come home grocery shopping and go, Mom, can we have this?
Nope.
There's been a list on the fridge for weeks. And little do they know, they're practicing their penmanship and spelling too.
Got to be sneaky with these things.
I ain't telling them.
I buy all the kid food first too, like because we're on such a tight budget, and if stuff isn't on sale, sometimes I got to get ramen for me and Dad.
I was gonna say I kind of do the same thing. Like,
yeah,
those
I think
must
most parents do. But my girl child, she only eats 3 things. It's
Well,
a little more than that, but it
nobody
used to
feels
be
like
3.
Cooking.
Say that again.
It's summer. Nobody feels like cooking, so.
Oh, that's when you eat sandwiches and cereal.
Well, we do sandwiches, and they have pizza rolls in a Hot Pocket size, and
I just threw
White
2 of
Castle
those away.
sliders have
I
been
found
very
them in the back of
popular.
my freezer. There was something else in there. What was that? Oh, there was Johnsonville brats, but they didn't look like Johnsonville brats. They look like sausages. I guess they're different. They're not raw. They're pre-cooked.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember buying them, and they're like 5 years past the due date.
You may not have bought them. Your mother may have got them.
So I'm like, I'm throwing these out.
Yeah.
I'm just like, no.
I mean, the freezer extends the life of your food,
But not 5 years. Like a year, maybe, but not 5. It probably would have had no flavor anyway, because that's what happens. The freezer starts to leach the flavor. Oh.
Now we're yakking about food.
I started to clean the freezer up here in the kitchen, and I just started throwing stuff away because it was in there forever. I'm like, are you ever going to eat these? He's like, no. I remember getting those Hot Pockets. I got the ham and cheese one and the pepperoni one because they were on sale for next to nothing. Mm-hmm. And I figured hubby would figured he'd eat them. So we both tried them. I said, these are disgusting. These are disgusting. I didn't like them whatsoever.
They were very bad.
Well, and I've made things that are like Hot Pockets, so I'm spoiled. I like the bread to be like bread. Do 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 do. Who else here? There's 5 people in the audience. What are you guys doing? What are you doing?
I think we're going to have a fish dinner this weekend.
I like fish. I don't like salmon. I know a lot of people love salmon. There's like a lot of salmon eaters in America. I don't care for it. I don't care for fatty fish.
Bill has tried to make it. He likes it. I no matter which way.
I'm a white fish girl.
Just,
I like it flaky and taste mild.
I gotta figure out what cut I want, but I think we're gonna go get some propane tomorrow. because I really want to stick that piece of fish in some aluminum foil with some seasonings and some butter and a little bit of lemon.
Well, I just do cod. Well, up where I would probably do walleye, where up by you. I don't know if you. Well, I lived higher up north than you.
It all depends on what the stores have. Like if I go south, Kroger has a really good seafood selection, but their prices are hit or miss.
Mm. We had a Kroger, and I got the best sales on meat.
Yes,
it would be like buy
but
one
Kroger
get two
is
free.
definitely the store that you have to watch their sales ad and their online coupon.
They're the reason I started making ribs on the grill.
If you just walk in and try to do your grocery shopping without doing all the prep work, it costs you more.
And it takes forever to get through the store. You need meat?
No, I just got chicken breast for $2.99 a pound, and so then I sliced it them, and I threw a bunch of cheese and mushrooms and spinach in them. Mm-hmm. Some YouTube lady gave me the idea of stuffing my pork chops, and I just carried it over to my...
I stuff pork chops every now and then when we get good cuts. I do like a sage and apple and onion dressing. Yum.
Oh, I got to figure out what to cook for the husband for his truck next week. He said no fish in the truck. No fish in the truck.
Can you fry up some hamburger? We forgot. We need to cook that hamburger up.
I always feel like Myrtle's watching me.
Yeah, after the show.
Okay.
Ooh. The
I have a little
outside is
headache
rumbling.
right here.
What?
I have a little headache right here.
Do you have any dark chocolate?
No. I don't think we have any. Oh, we have Milky Way, but I don't want one.
I was going to say, I've heard dark chocolate can help relieve sinus.
That sinus?
headache.
Yeah. It's like right there. Pinchy. You stuff pork chops and chicken. I do a chicken Kiev, a mock chicken Kiev. I do a butter and wine sauce for it. And I do this. And one day I didn't have any chicken, so I did it with pork chops. Oh my God. Those were delicious. Because you dip the cutlets in butter and then you roll them around in your I use breadcrumbs and Parmesan, Italian seasonings, and you roll that all together and you cook it. And whatever's left of the butter, you add like a cup of white wine, not a cup, about a quarter cup of white wine to it, and scallions or green onions. And you let that just sit for a little while. And just before it's done, like 15 minutes before done, you pour it all over those chickens and they soak it up. And it's delicious. It makes the best gravy too.
Oh, Jelly Bean posted a new video. She said the way I made my chicken was very similar to what's that chicken stuff you make, Jelly Bean? I forgot the name of it.
You mean when you stuff it?
No, it's normally not stuffed. There's a chicken dish that she makes that was very similar to how I had made my stuffed chicken.
Duetting Jimmy is so fun, annoying him with love.
Not the crazy chicken, the other one. Chicken. One of your kids absolutely loves it, and you have to make it all the time now, but you never make it the exact same way every time. It's got the spinach in it. That one.
Minute you said spinach, I went there too.
She's a keeper of the recipes.
So we're getting the kids up at 8 starting today. We did.
How'd that work for you?
We're going to start getting early and earlier until we wake up at 6.
What time does their transport show up? Or you guys
The
drive
boy
them?
child has to be 7, I think.
It's scheduled for 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven. And then hubby drives Esme to school around 8. Oh, people try to cook my stuff that I learned how to cook by watching my mother. There's some stuff that I just figured out, like in the last 20 years. I was like, oh, now I get it.
No, it's never going to come out like the Jelly Bean makes it because she cooks like, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. A little bit of this and a little bit of that.
It doesn't smell right. What do I need to add to this?
In the last 20 years, I've learned to cook in the first 10 years of that was me being just Vixy's hands while she told me what to do, and I would just do it while she was, I was just basically cooking by remote control, and I was the RC remote control cook.
Yep.
And then I just learned, and I just watched what I was doing and learned how to cook.
He's got the basics down. He could feed himself without eating the crap he ate before he met me, because he ate crap food.
Well, he was a single old guy. Throw it in the microwave.
I wasn't always an old guy.
So you were just a young single old guy.
I feel there's always a little room. Oh,
I feel loved.
Door. Oh my God. That's hell. When that gets stuck in my head. I remember one time somebody was singing it and hubby looked over, he goes, I know that hell. Because some adult was by us singing Dora the Explorer. I know that
I got on the wrong side of Spotify today at work. They were playing some weird shit.
Yeah, he has got 2.
Only for shooting, Jelly Bean.
Only for shooting.
I still think somebody in the gaming world needs to make a reverse duck hunt so we can shoot the damn dog.
Well, they mod games now. Maybe somebody could do it. I don't know. Because I know they mod like dog. Super Mario Brothers and stuff.
That asshole spent years laughing at me. I want to shoot the dog.
Everyone tried to shoot the dog. Even though it didn't do anything, you always shot at it anyway.
Because he would.
That reminds me, I got something for you, Chris.
Oh!
Pezzies?
I got a niffler.
Hey, niffler.
I put things in its pocket.
It's a good idea.
That's how I spent Cards Against Humanity the other day with all my happy cards.
Oh, now I gotta sneeze. Oh, it's not happening. That's mean.
It hurts when you can't sneeze and you gotta sneeze.
I love sneezing. It's like one of the things that I just let it go. I don't hold it back. But I only sneeze once. You people who sneeze like 3 times, I'm a little jealous.
I can only do 2. Anything after 2, and it's not pretty. Two sneezes. That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
That's it.
Anything more than that, it gets painful, unbearable, and embarrassing.
When you sneeze, your heart stops, and I call it my little death. When I sneeze, it's my little death. Is that 3D printed?
Yes.
Looks like
it used to be an octopus, but now it only has 7 legs. The kids.
No, that one's just this penis. The short one.
But when I twirl like this, you can't
You
even
can hardly
tell.
tell.
Yeah, one of the girls I was on second shift with made it for me.
Cool.
She was trying to get better with her 3D printer, so she was looking for ideas. And I'm like, I'll take an octopus.
It's a septopus like Nori. They just figured out that the one short tentacle is a penis. They just found it out not very long ago. So we were all taught wrong, is what it is. Nori is my septopus cherry made me. But when you find it out, it makes that scene in Dory. In Finding Nemo, funny.
Yeah, but they always like to slip in little
Yeah.
adult funnies when they can.
Because she couldn't figure out where to put the 8. That's funny.
I was watching a girl on TikTok. Normally she talks about how she stages spicy TV scenes.
Mm-hmm.
But with the strike and everything, she's not doing that content. So she picked up crocheting. And I need to figure out where she got the pattern for penis bananas.
Oh, that's I can't remember her name. She's the one, she does all the penises. She's got all different kinds. She does Baphomets. I love her Baphomets. I can't think of what her name is.
If she sells the patterns,
She does on Ravelry.
send me one of her videos and I will.
Yeah, next time
we're
we're following each other on Instagram, right? Are you
Yes,
on
I think I
Instagram?
just added you recently.
Yeah, I think so. That's what I thought. I'm like, I didn't dream that, did I? Because sometimes I have weird dreams where weird shit happens, where it's like everyday normal shit, but why I'm dreaming about it is beyond me. Yeah, I see her on that more. I see her on Instagram more than TikTok, but I don't follow her on TikTok. Because I see all her stuff on Instagram. So I'll send it to you next time I see it. I usually see something every
my
day.
mother likes to crochet, and like a lot of people, finances are tight, and Mom make me penises for Christmas.
You're muted.
I know. I just returned to the keyboard. I just returned back to the thing, so I just came up. I keep myself muted unless I actually have something to say.
Oh, okay.
And Jelly Bean, the 8th just got tucked back.
The septopus tucks.
Do they use duct tape?
No.
They used to. I know they use body tape now, which
Duct
is a
tape
lot
is
nicer.
Evil.
Oh God, there's an old Smothers Brothers skit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this was in the 70s, and they were over here, and somehow the subject came up about safe sex. And it's like, when the two of them are over here, and the other one says, hey, I am all for safe sex. As a matter of fact, right now, I am wearing a condom. And it's like, that's responsible of you. One wonders how it's staying on at the moment. And he said, duct tape.
You can grow into it.
Duct tape fixes everything. And if duct tape don't work, WD-40 do.
Windex.
Gorilla
Yes.
Glue is not hair gel.
Jesus. Quit making stupid people famous and rich.
Now they're all telling you to consume borax.
Ignore them. Don't give them what they want. You do not reward bad behavior. See, that's the one thing I don't get. Why are people rewarding bad behaviors? Stupid. Let them take themselves out of the gene pool. Just. Ugh.
I want to know how long it's going to be before they realize that all these kids that are having cardiac events at their sporting events are downing too many energy drinks.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're going to sit there and they're going to go through all of the tests and all of the EEGs and the ultrasounds and all of that before they even think to look at the kid's diet.
The only thing I drank with caffeine in was coffee.
These
'Cause
kids
we had
are chugging so many
coffee,
energy
water.
drinks.
Sometimes we had orange juice and milk. And if you wanted milk, you had to go out to the milk house to get it.
And if you didn't have a milk house, it came in a box. Drink it ice cold or it tastes like
Oh, man. The first time I had milk at school, I looked at him and said, "This isn't milk." They're like, "Yes, it is." I'm like, "It's like water."
Oh yeah, if you grew up on a farm, it doesn't matter what
Fresh from
kind
the
of milk
teat,
you get out of the store.
no processing, no heat pasteurization. It was real milk. So it took me a long time to even. That's one of the things the doctors always say: switch from whole milk to 2%. I can't, unless I get the really.
You already
expensive
switched from whole
milk to 2%. They took all the good cream out of it to make cheese and stuff.
Cheese and butter and
Well, and I didn't have to use half and half either. When I made my coffee, I used milk. So I would order my coffee with milk and couldn't figure out what was wrong with my coffee.
because it wasn't your milk.
It wasn't heavy cream milk.
We're getting storms tonight. My gummy
I thought I
jar,
had a
my
bottle of
gummy
water
jar.
over here.
Everybody needs a gummy jar.
I got the strawberry flavoring without water.
Oh,
It's tart. Talk about sour,
where's my gummy?
but at least it's strawberry. There'd be lots of worse things. So tomorrow, we at the coffee house.
We do. And I am out of creamer.
Uh-oh. You're in trouble.
My bottle was almost full, so I did not add one to the
List.
curbside order. No, we actually went grocery shopping. That's why it cost me so much. But I didn't put it in the cart because my bottle was almost full. I'm like, I can do this till Saturday. Ran out Thursday. Tried to improvise today and do a little Hershey syrup and milk to, make my creamer. And it was sugar-free Hershey syrup that came out like water. And I took a sip of it just to, no. We went to the gas station and got Starbucks.
7-Eleven's coffee isn't bad. Except
7-Eleven.
They have one
7-Eleven
called
is on the other side of town.
Oh, they call the best one they have, in my opinion, is their executive blend. It's really good. And they always brew blueberry at the one by us.
I don't think they brought the 7-Eleven ground coffee flavors in because Speedway and 7-Eleven merged. So we're seeing a lot of 7-Eleven products at our local Speedways. But I went to the truck stop north of town on my way to work.
Hubby made me my coffee this morning. Hubby usually makes me coffee. I say, will you make me a cup of coffee?
I
He goes,
thought I
"Poof."
had enough creamer to last me because the bottle's good for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought I had enough because I was almost done with one.
So today he made it, and there was a little bit extra coffee in the coffee container, and he poured it in, and he told me after I drank it, and I said, oh, that's why it was extra good today. And he said, do you want me to start doing that? I said, no, then I'll be spoiled and drink more of the coffee too fast. But it was good.
That's just a special treat when we're down to the last little bit.
I got a quarter cup more. It's like throwing a shot in. I need a red eye. I used to drink those a lot at night if I was working night shift. If you all don't know what a red eye is, it's a cup of coffee with a shot of espresso in it. Or 2, depending on the size. Sometimes they don't have my coffee, and it bums me out. And they give me something else, and sometimes what they give me isn't good, and I drink it anyways because that's what I got.
Because you paid adult money for it.
Exactly. I have to actually pay attention this month how much I pay for coffee, because if I pay the same amount I used to when I get Javi, I'm getting Javi again, or Jolt again, because I really like Jolt. It was really good.
I've thought about getting the concentrate because I do cold brew anyway.
It's good cold or hot. The Jolt, it's good if you warm it up, add water to it. It's like a hot cup of coffee. It's good.
I just need to know how many servings are in a bottle because I know what I spend every week.
Mm-hmm. I go through about a bottle a month. And usually if you buy 2 bottles at the same time, you get a deal. And it's like $40 to $50 for the 2 bottles. But that's like 2 months of coffee. Unless you go on a tangent like I do sometimes and have 5 cups of coffee. I don't do it very often anymore.
No.
But it does happen.
Well, between coffee and creamer, it usually sits about here on my cup. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I have one of these a day. So it's equivalent to like...
That's pretty much what I usually do. And sometimes on the weekends, like Saturday or Sunday, I'll have second one. But not all the time. I don't drink coffee like I used to.
I can't get the flavor syrup I want without ordering it offline, and I never remember to order it offline.
I get mine. I get the Jordan's skinny syrups, and I get the salted caramel, and I just got raspberry to put in my Perrier, and it was good.
I like the chocolate.
Do you like chocolate syrup or chocolate flavoring? Because they're very different.
She was talking about the flavoring syrup thingies, and they don't sell the mocha one in the store. I don't know. I want my breakfast coffee that I mix with my carnation to taste like chocolate.
I was going to say, or you use carnation instant breakfast or hot cocoa. When I drink hot coffee in the winter, I like to have it mixed with some Swiss Miss cocoa and stirred with a peppermint stick. I buy peppermint
because I
do
a double cup of coffee with 1 packet of carnation, so it doesn't give it a ton of chocolate flavor. That's why I put in a splash of Snickers creamer. And it comes out.
Snickers is vanilla, hazelnut, and chocolate, and caramel.
Well, the Nestle's Cafe Mocha one started giving me an upset stomach, so I had to switch. It's like one of these days I'll get the fancy like little creamer pour thing and I'll make my own coffee creamer. But
well, I mean, that's another thing that Jolt does. You can wash out their bottles and they'll give you recipes for different things to put in the bottles after you, because they're really pretty bottles. They're different all the time. And I got a free spoon once that's a perfect measuring spoon for it, and it's got a rabbit because their logo is a rabbit. and it's got a rabbit, and it's a metal spoon with a metal rabbit.
I'm a
Very
procrastinator.
cool.
It took me way too many months to make garlic confit. But I made it, and it's in my refrigerator in the mason jar.
See, that kind of stuff, only I would really eat it. So I don't usually make stuff like that very often.
Well, I figured I could throw it in just about anything I was putting minced garlic in. So
Yeah, you can. You really can put it in anything.
I figured I could take the oil on the top and put it like when I'm frying sausages and stuff.
It's good with chicken. On chicken. It's good on chicken.
And jelly bean ideas. Oh. She needs.
They give out spoons. Yes, it's a very pretty silver spoon. And I got a little white cup. It's a little travel cup. It's like this big. It's so cute. I gave it to my son. I'm never going to use it. I'm never going to use it.
We drink coffee like this.
Yeah.
We don't drink normal cup coffee. Well, I mean, when I go to a restaurant, I drink a normal cup of coffee.
See, but when I go to the restaurant, I have like 4 or 5 of those little cups of coffee. Because that's about how much we drink.
I'll have 2.
It's about 4 coffees.
My family will razz you if you don't know how to drink an actual cup of coffee. If you're just getting that foo-foo coffee, you're not really a coffee lover. You just like the
I like my
shit
coffee
they
all
put in
different ways. I like,
Yeah.
but my go-to is right now, because we have all the stuff, is salted caramel and cream. But I can just do cream. I can do black. If it's hot, I can drink it black. I can't
drink it black. I've got to have a little cream, a little sugar. But yeah, I can go to a restaurant with my grandma and have a cup of coffee. And if
my
I
mom
run out of
always
creamer
tests
with
the
hot
coffee out on me first before she orders it. She's like, "Is it any good?" And I'm like, "No."
Because most of the time it tastes burnt.
Well, Denny's used to have good coffee. When we used to hang out there as kids, they always had good coffee, and there was a smoking section. So you could sit and smoke and have coffee and talk for hours. And you tipped depending on how long you stayed. Like my $1 something coffee cup with 3 free refills would end up getting this kid like $5 to $10 in a tip.
Because you took up his table.
Exactly.
So he wasn't getting the rotation. I take that into account when we go out to eat. I don't just tip off the bill. How long we sat there. Because if we're with a whole group of people, we're going to be sitting there BSing for hour and a half, easy.
Mm-hmm.
And we're taking up at least 2 tables. So,
Yep.
Everybody throw some money down on that.
But I used to take, when I was doing I did beta testing for White Wolf. And so we would play in the middle of the night. So at like 3:00 in the morning, we go to Denny's, and the wait staff would actually fight over us until I picked the wait. There was one waitress and one waiter who I liked, and those two we took up the whole smoking section. But they would fight for us, because one thing we would do is go refill our coffees ourselves. We wouldn't wait. We'd just go. I got it. I'm good. I know where it is.
We work here without getting paid. How we pay you to work here?
We're using your air conditioning and seats. But when new people would come, I would say to them, "You better have at least $5 put on that table. I don't care if you order nothing. You better have at least $5 put on that table." Because the reason we get good service here is because we tip really well. Okay, everyone. It's night time.
And night time?
In night time.
No, it's time to lay in bed and watch TV until you go.
Actually, I'm probably going to play a little more Minecraft, because I've got this thing I'm trying to do. And the kids aren't asleep yet. And I need to eat something. I'm really hungry.
You do. We spent the first half of the show talking about food.
I had some
Turkey
graham
chicken
crackers with
with
my.
fried rice.
I didn't really eat dinner.
Yeah.
I had graham
I
crackers.
fixed the kids dinner. I had a couple White Castle sliders.
Yeah, he
Um,
offered me. I don't care for White Castle sliders. They're greasy. To me, they're greasy.
We got the cheesy ones.
He doesn't like the cheese ones, and it's harder to find the non-cheese ones actually. So when I see him, I usually grab them for him because I know he likes them.
got
We
the
always
donut
talk food here. It's like a Tori Amos song. There's always something about food and fairies. You never know what, but it's food and fairies.
But Charlie.
But Charlie. All right, everybody. You have magical dreams. Thank you, Mama Chris, for coming up on the table with me. I love you all. Good night.
Life in a world that keeps changing. Think that it's progress you're making. Copy and paste pretty faces all the time. Pictures so perfect we play through. Only cause you set up the angle. Web that you weave got us tangled. Caught in what's before our eyes.